I've never really been much of a Wes Anderson kind of guy. I mean, I've heard about the movies he's done, but never got around to watching most of them. However, there was Fantastic Mr. Fox, which I really enjoyed, so when the time came for Anderson to make another animated film, I was pretty excited, and he gave us Isle of Dogs. In this city of Megasaki, Japan, Mayor Kobayashi has banned all dogs to Trash Island, fearing an outbreak of dog flu. The mayor's nephew, named Atari, flies to the island to search for his dog's Spots. He's assisted by 5 dogs, who vote to help him find Spots. Let's get this out of the way right here. The stop-motion animation is a sight for sore eyes. It's something that always captures my interest because so much effort goes into it. It's just always nice seeing an animated movie that isn't entirely CGI. Heck, this movie even has 2D animation at points. That's amazing. I miss those times. It's so good that you can feel the characters' emotions through their animated faces and how every hair moves on the dogs' bodies. You really feel the movement of this movie and you adore how charming it is. The story is original too, even though I've seen a few reviewers compare the message to Zootopia, saying how animals should be more respected. But I don't think this movie has quite the same thing. It's more about how humans should treat animals by showing a group of protesters believing that dogs being mistreated by the mayor is unfair. It's sort of like a metaphor to Donald Trump and how he treats immigrants. The difference being that Zootopia was more about how people should treat different races. This movie is more focused on how animals should be treated entirely. I can see the similarities, but I don't agree with it entirely. It also helps that the message is supported by a fantastic cast of characters, all with distinct looks and different personalities. They even have backstories that reveal some intriguing and emotionally gripping twists and character chemistries, particularly with the black dog Chief and Atari, and their bond in this movie is very emotional and a big highlight. Now, I can't talk about this movie without bringing up those that have accused this movie of having racial stereotypes. Knock it off. I don't consider this movie racist in any way. The numerous references to Japanese culture and form of clothes and settings, as well as spoken and written language, it's charming to me, honestly. This movie also has a PG-13 rating, well, in America anyway. I know the movie looks cutesy, but I will say this right now, Isle of Dogs is certainly not a movie for kids. Some of its dark themes and plot elements would likely be too complex and intense for most children of the age of 10 to understand. Plus, it gets pretty damn violent on occasion. There's like one scene in the movie where a dog's ear gets ripped off. Jesus. However, I won't lie and say that this movie is a complete masterpiece because there were some issues I had. Firstly, I found Mayor Kobayashi incredibly one-dimensional. They give him no believable reason for committing awful actions other than the fact that his family loves cats. So what that's basically saying is, cats are awesome, dogs suck, let's get rid of those slops. It's like the movie's telling me liking cats equals being pure evil. I am so freaking sick of the cats vs dogs trope. What is so bad about liking one side over the other? I have nothing against cats, I love cats, but I hate whenever a movie tries to make it seem like loving one side of animals is wrong. That actually kind of contradicts the message that this movie was going for, but I guess it's not that big of an issue. Secondly, this movie's focus on humans was just draining for me. It is important to the story and I won't knock it for that, but I feel like too much time was focused on them. Sometimes I feel like only 60% of this movie is focused on the dogs, which is not that great. But those are my only gripes with this movie. Isle of Dogs certainly deserves the praise it gets, and it's one of the best animated films of 2018. In fact, I only just noticed now that saying the title sort of sounds like I'm saying I love dogs. Oh, I see what they did there.